welcome to another episode of Fenton Unscripted. I'm here today on site with a fun conversation with our residential team. Makaylah, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
I graduated from San Diego State University with a real estate degree. Kind of got into real estate about 2 years ago, so just starting my life and starting my career, but I'm super excited to be here.
Awesome. And tell us what your role is here at Fenton.
So I am a leasing and marketing manager here at Fenton.
Awesome. So leasing marketing manager, can you walk us through what a typical day looks like for you?
I feel like I wear just like many hats. Every day is different, to be honest. And I feel like that's why I, enjoy the job the most, is you're not doing the same thing every day. As far as like daily tasks, I feel like most of it is reaching out to prospects and making sure to find the right home for them. Also, just making sure that the residents who already live here feel connected in the community. So really is like reaching out to local businesses around and, getting partnerships that will ultimately benefit the residents here. Coming up with ideas for social media, partnering with like maintenance and people in the office just to make sure everything's running smoothly. I feel like it's a very like people oriented job. You just have to make sure you're making everyone feel comfortable, heard, and appreciated, I think are the most important things.
Yeah, and it sounds like there's kind of three parts to it, right? There's the leasing, so you're working with incoming prospects, potential customers, and then residents, managing the current community, and then also the marketing side being social media and just digital marketing. Can you speak a little bit about the marketing side of the role and what that looks like? Because it is kind of unique here where we have that on site with our leasing managers. What kind of things do you do on a daily basis?
As far as Riverfront's social media, I feel like I've gone into showing like the different homes, making videos about that, showing like the community around the neighborhood, just not on property. And then also just making like funny and relatable content, I feel like is very important just to show the personality of the property. And then also like the resident events as well, like being able to show the community that you're building here on property is super important when you are trying to get prospects. I like helping people find their homes, but social media can be a fun way to bring it all together. But yeah, social media aspect and then also marketing outreach. Um, I was able to partner with a lot of the local businesses and basically go there, take videos and promo for them and get a discount with our residents as well, and just creating that partnership. Now every time like Spill the Beans is down the street, we're able to get free bagels and free merch from them just for our residents just by building those sort of relationships. So yeah, marketing outreach, social media, and then also there's little things around the property, just like with making flyers or making newsletters that go into it. But yeah, there's, there's a lot that goes into it. And I feel like I've leveraged it a lot and was able to bring leases through TikTok, which is something that I've never done before. That was super awesome for Riverfront. And also just like grow our following by like 500% in less than a year. Or it's just things you can do with social media. A lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, so it sounds like there's a lot of autonomy on site to kind of experiment and reach your audience in the way that your unique customer is. Did you have any experience in either leasing, property management, or marketing before coming in, or is this sort of something that you got on site and really learned on the job and were able to build those skills while in the role?
To be completely honest, I Did work as a community manager at a different property before, but I was doing most student leasing before, and there was a bigger team of us than it is at Riverfront, so I was getting a lot of help from others, but working at this company is the first time that I was able to do things kind of by myself and take on that more manager role. So just coming up with content ideas and taking it upon myself to find the apps I needed to edit and everything. This is the first time that I've done it by myself. And like I said before, it's not really rocket science. It's just um, finding like the formula for it. So I think it as long as like you have the open mind to learn, um, I feel like you can build your brand just as much as I did here at Riverfront.
Awesome. So it sounds like there's a lot of room in there to learn and grow along the way, and you're not expected to know everything right away, and still probably learning every day as things change and trends change and new apps come out. And that probably goes both ways on leasing and the marketing side. You have new technology that comes out from leasing that you're probably learning. I know we've recently switched some of our different, funnels for customer relations and things. So there's always learning to be had. So it sounds like experience isn't necessarily a priority coming in, just a willingness to learn.
No, exactly. I agree. Just like the company culture here, I've seen a lot of people from all different backgrounds get into the leasing and marketing manager position, and it's just nice to see that, you know, they worked in this field, they worked at this field, but HG Fenton was, you don't always need to have the experience. You just have to be willing to learn. And all the trainings that I've experienced here only made me a better leasing and marketing manager, to be honest. So I wouldn't worry about too much on the experience. You'll get the experience here and you'll get the training through here. So.
Awesome. Yeah. And what do you like most about your role?
It just warms my heart just to know that I have a positive impact on helping people find their homes in the future and being able to relieve their stress off of them. Like I've had so many tenants come up to me and just tell me how much they appreciate me or how I've gotten them out of this situation that they were in before that wasn't the best. And just to get those or give those calls when you're like you've been approved of your apartment, it's time for you to move in, giving them their keys, just being with them every step along the way to make sure they're progressing in their life the way that they wanted to through finding a home. So like that's the best part about the job.
I can imagine that, this stage of their life is stressful and there's a lot going on. Everyone's situation is different. So yeah, definitely something that takes a person that cares about other people to thrive in. Do you have any examples of resident stories that recently where you really impacted someone's experience?
Boy, do I. But just thinking recently over the last few months of working here, one of the residents were moving from a different state out here and they couldn't necessarily tour with us in person. So it was important that I was super responsive. I had like all of the marketing material and everything to send over to them, and just guided them along the way. That was super important. And then when they flew out here, of course, they viewed the home. They had their opinions about a few things, and we were only giving like the leasing deal out for a short amount of time. So it was just working with them in that high stress moment and being there, being responsive responsive, hearing them out, and kind of just being their friend and someone who cares about them rather than being so salesy, and really hearing what they need and being able to work with my leadership and work with other people in the office so we can kind of figure out a plan that works best for them.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I know that moving cross country is not an easy thing when you can't tour the property and meet people. So I'm sure you really stood out as an option for them, and it paid off in the end, and they seem happy. So that's awesome. Um, Great. So, we always like to ask here as we finish out our conversation, what would you say to someone who's considering a role in leasing marketing um, here at Fenton? What kind of advice would you give to them about what it's like to work here?
I would say keep an open mind for sure, just with everything you do, and kind of be creative and think about different ways that you can get that personal lease here, how you can connect with your community. I would say if this is not something that you usually do, take a leap of faith, just because what I talked about before, there are people around in the entire company who is willing to help you. But yeah, come in with a positive attitude. Everyone's super nice and helpful. Everyone will support your creative ideas. I feel like this is different than any other company that I've seen. You're able to get your ideas and your concerns and what you want to learn up to like I don't want to say like a higher ups, but people who are higher up in the company, and they genuinely care about what you have to say. So yeah, I would say be creative, keep an open mind, be driven, and genuinely think about why you are getting into the leasing position and what's going to be your drive, because that'll only help you help people in the future.
Well said. Wow. Well, thank you. I know I'm definitely inspired. Thank you for joining us today and giving us all the insights. Thank you for watching another episode of Fenton Unscripted.
Bye guys!